So this is a really impressive part of the library. This is called the Marvin Foyer. And what we have here, if you're ever walking through and you want to stop and notice it, is we have quotes on the walls. Like this is a quote from Thoreau about books. We have one over here from Francis Bacon. There's one over there from Milton. All of these are famous quotes about how books impact life. We also have, there's the seal of the state of Illinois in colored glass that's built in there. And those of you who are familiar with our building, Old Main, it's built to look like a castle. The reason why is we had an Illinois governor back then who was just fascinated with medieval architecture. And so when they founded EIU, he actually wanted it to look like a castle. We have several universities throughout the state of Illinois that have buildings that look like that. Booth Library, the original booth here, looks kind of like sort of like an abbey, perhaps, or like a cathedral. So it had these big arched ceilings, which, you know, it's really beautiful. I have to tell you though, also it tends to leak. We often have leaks that we have to deal with, because it's an old building. When we have big exhibits, oftentimes the big exhibits are here in this foyer, and these cases have supporting exhibits that are related to the big exhibit. So, as I mentioned, last fall, we had that exhibit about civil rights and the media. We have a little thing here about the migrant workers' strike in the 1960s. That was a supporting exhibit to go in hand in hand with the big exhibit. Over here we have our security desk. So that's normally staffed by students, occasionally by staff. They're there to help if you have any questions too. They can direct you if it's directional questions. If it's more like research-oriented questions, then you would ask about circulation or reference. Over here on the left, that building is what we call the West Reading Room. That is actually part of the reference department. When you look for books in the catalog, you'll notice that there's two different types of books. There's what's called the stacks, there's what's called reference. Books that are referenced are a very particular collection. They cannot be checked out of the library. You can take them off the shelf, you can take them to a copy room, copy pages out of it, you can make notes from the book, but you can't check it out and take it out of the library. So the reference collection is those books in that room. So any books in that room, reference books, okay? That's also a pretty good quiet study area. Over here on the right is a special collection called Ballinger Teacher Center. You may not know that Eastern Illinois University was originally founded as what's called a normal school. That's a phrase. What that means is a university that is here to teach people how to teach, how to train teachers. That's what a normal school is. So the Ballinger Teacher Center is a remnant of that history. That entire collection is all to support our College of Education. So over there we have children's books, we have young adult books, we have curriculum materials, we have puppets, we have staff that are trained specially to help people in that field. Any questions about any of that? You want to take pictures here?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the time.
He wants to take a group picture.
Please show us Miss Booth's.
Yes, we can do the portrait first.
It's called Booth Library. Here is Miss Booth.
So this portrait here is Mary J. Booth. She's who the library is named after. She was the first university librarian. She would be what is today our Dean of Libraries. You know, back then, there was only one librarian, so she was the university librarian. And a very formidable personality from what we understand from our history. And she was the librarian when the library used to be a couple of floors over in Old Main. And then we built this library, and she became the librarian over here. Again, this is the Ballinger Teacher Center over here, if you just want to take a closer look inside there. It's kind of a cool collection. People can check out the puppets, for example. They check them out and use them in classrooms when they're preparing to be elementary school teachers. And around the corner here, if you walk down this way, there's another room called the Edgar Room.
Edgar Room.
Edgar, yeah.
So let's move on and see it.
You want to see the room? Okay, come this way.
Research and technology, they see everything.
I don't think there's anybody. No. Well, there's people studying there.
Okay.
I'll ask them. Hey guys, I'm doing a quick library tour. Can I interrupt just for a moment? Kind of talk about the room and then we'll be out your hair. Yeah. Okay, cool, thank you. So this room is named after an Illinois governor. His name was Jim Edgar, and he actually graduated from Eastern. He's from this area.
He's still alive.
He's still alive, yes, he is. And so we can see, we have pictures of Governor Edgar here. We have the state flag and the American flag. And this is just kind of a pretty nice little meeting room that people can use for studying, as these two gentlemen are right now. But that's why this is called the Edgar Room. Because essentially we can name a room or a building after somebody who gives a lot of money to the university or who is a famous alumnus of the university.
He's a graduate of Eastern.
He's a graduate of Eastern, yeah. And that's his picture, his portrait hanging right there. And we actually just, I forget the phrase we would use, but he came here for the christening of this room. I think it was like the first year I was here that he came to visit after this had all been set up.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here's a surprise. Take 5143-002.
So this is one of the more important parts of the library. This is the reference department. This is a big deal for all of you for a couple of reasons. One is we have a computer lab right here, which is a very particular computer lab. These computers are attached to the catalogs and the databases only. So you can't get on Facebook here, you can't do email, you can't print a paper, but what you can do is search for articles that you need and then print them out for free. That's the key part, is you get free printing here of any articles that you find. The other key part is we have a librarian here. Most of the time that the building is open, there's a librarian there, that's Kirsten, here right now, that is here that can help you with any questions. So when you're doing research for a paper, ideally those two things should really matter to you. Free printing, and I can get help, it's right here, right next door when I need to. Now, I mentioned before that we have a reference collection. Those books actually start over here at that end in this room, start with the A's, go through the PNs and right here, and then a lot of times people get confused because it stops at PN here and they're like, where's the rest of the reference collection? It starts back up in that room and then continues through that room. So the reference collection is A through PN, PN to Z over in that room. These are all books that cannot be checked out, okay?
But they can be checked here inside.
You can look at them in here and you can make copies, yeah. We also have these collections. Here's another collection where we pull books out on a particular topic. This is about higher education. So if you're doing any kind of a paper on higher education, there's a number of books here you can use. And we get new books in all the time. Those new books are put in these carols here right in the middle. So as you're walking through the library, stop and take a look at these, and there might be books you'd be interested in either for your classes or just to read. Those are all the new ones we have.
Do we have a catalog of these reference books?
Yes, they're all in the catalog.
Manual catalog or?
I don't know if we have that. Do we have a print catalog of our reference collection? Don't think so. You can limit it in the...
So we cannot set, we have lost someone.
Yeah, or what you can do in the catalog when you search is you can limit it to reference titles. And then everything that comes up will just be reference. Yeah. The new books here are also in our catalog under a new, actually they're on our website under the new titles collection. So if you are at home, you can just look at our library website, see, look at the new titles collection, it'll show you which new books we have. Okay. Okay, let's come back here. Remember, thin setting. Yeah. Right? Just Photoshop it later, yeah. All right, you guys, come on this way. Now let's kind of make a path so people can get through.
Sorry.
You're fine. Before we go upstairs, I wanted to point out a couple other things here. I mentioned that there's different parts of the library depending on what you want to do, like how quiet you want it. You'll notice that over here we have a bridge lounge, and over here we have a bridge lounge. These both have really comfortable furniture, very quiet areas, and you might think to yourself, how do I get over there? Well, you just kind of walk through the book stacks, walk around the corner, walk through the book stacks, walk around the corner. That's how you can get into those areas. But if you want somewhere that's kind of more comfortable, that somewhere where you might actually like take a nap or something, those are kind of good spaces to do it. You'll also notice if you look down here, those of you who can, there's a woman studying right there at that desk on the second floor. We have study tables on every floor here. Those are really secluded areas as well. Good for study. Okay. Let's go to the fourth floor. So this is the 4,000 level of the library. There isn't a 4,000 level of the library in the old building. As you'll notice, if you look across there, you can see there just isn't a fourth floor there. It's only in the new part of the building that there's a fourth floor. Up here we have our CD collection over here. These are music CDs. There are also stuff like this one, Teaching Social Communication to Children with Autism. So there's CDs for learning as well. We also have these DVDs here. Again, these are to be for fun, like this one here, the Beastie Boys, a rap group. We have a DVD of theirs. We have DVDs of TV series and movies. All of these are just like books. They get checked out for free. They don't cost you anything to check them out. Sometimes students get a little confused. They think it's kind of like a DVD store where you're going to have to pay to check them out. Not the case here. So if you want a DVD and you want to watch a movie and just relax for a while, come up here and see what we have, and we might have a movie or a TV series you're interested in. Okay? Let's go over here to the desk.
Nobody here is nobody.
So we've actually currently have 4 service desks in the library. There's the circulation desk, which is the first one we stopped at. Second one, we didn't really stop at, we just kind of walked by. That was the desk in the Ballinger Teacher Center. Sometimes there's somebody working there during the day, at night there usually isn't. The reference desk is our 3rd service desk, and we just stopped by there. This is the 4th one. This is our library technology services desk. This desk is where you can check out DVDs, you can check out CDs, you can check out books. They will also help you if you come over here to the computer labs and there's some kind of computer issue or something. Sometimes people would like to borrow headphones when they're on the computer. They don't want to hear other students. We have headphones here that you can check out. We also have headphones you can check out in the reference department as well. There is always somebody here at this desk to help you when the library is open. So currently, Samantha's here, and then we saw Kathy earlier downstairs. She's up here now. Ashley is up here now. You can see that our staff kind of goes wherever they need to go. Also keep in mind, the call numbers on the 3000 level, what were the call numbers again? A through H. Second floor was J through L, right? Bottom floor was P through Z. So what I left out were M and N. M is music. So everything over here on the left-hand side of this floor, these are music. It's music scores, music books. Everything on this side is art. So these are all, N is art. So that's all art books. Also, behind this desk, back there, we have some special computers that are connected to scanners. So if you need to scan something, to digitize it, to email it to somebody, you can use computers back there and do that. If you need help with that, ask somebody at this desk. You might also notice that around the outside of this floor, we have all these little rooms with glass windows. These are our group study rooms. So if you're working on a group project, you can come in here to one of these group study rooms, work with your colleagues. It's a little quieter because it's a separate room. The one thing about the group study rooms is they are not, there's no sign-in for these. It's first come, first serve to get them, okay?
We have to book earlier.
You can't book. You have to come earlier. Yeah. We don't have a way to sign up for a room. You just have to kind of be here, arrive here, and then use a room. So if you're using these rooms, like the busier time of the semester when papers are doing this kind of thing, you might want to try to get in here a little bit earlier. Otherwise, they'll be busy. They'll be full. If there's a study room and there's like one person in it, and you're 5 people, you could ask them if they would give up the room so you could use it. But it's up to them. We don't police that at all. Okay. The other thing too, if you're interested in working at the library, down here on this floor, all the way to that end, the last door on the left is our administration suite. You go into the administration suite, you can fill out a card to apply to work here. We hire students during the year. It kind of depends on how much budget there is and what need we have. But if you're interested in working at the library, that's where you fill that card in. You should probably do a new card every semester so you can update what your availabilities are and this kind of thing. Okay? Okay, so we're going to go into the classroom. We're going to do like a lecture. I'll take you through the library assignment, and then that'll be the night. All right, so let's go this way.
Can you tell them about
Want me
this
to
computer?
stop here? Okay. We're going to stop here, actually. This is actually a very quiet night up here. Normally this floor is really bustling. These are our computer labs. There's 2 of them. We call these the fishbowl because they're surrounded by glass, so it's kind of like a fishbowl. These computers, you can get on the internet, you can get on Facebook, you can check your email, you can print your papers. You can do anything like that here. Printing up here does cost you, I think it's 7 cents a page, but this is where you can print your papers out. One thing about printing your papers, if your entire class has papers due, try not to come up here the night before to print out your papers because every one of your classmates will be up here doing the same thing. The printer starts jamming, people start getting tense, they start getting upset. Save yourself some stress, try to come the day before. Before the day before. So, if you're on, like right now it's wide open, so you can really do whatever you want here within reason. But if you come here and all the computers are full, if you are just like doing Facebook or something like that, be nice colleagues to your fellow, fellow students. If they need to get on here to do a paper, give up the computer so they can do it.
But Facebook is important.
Sure. Okay, let's go into the classroom. Okay, just come in and grab it. I'm going to be asking you to do stuff on the computer as I'm